I tell her bring it back like she loves some. Bring it back like she loves some. In the club with the lights off, but you acting shy for. Come and show me that you're with it.
Hello, Diva Freaks. Welcome to the Total Divas Aftershow here on SRR. We are going to be talking about Season 4, Episode 8, entitled It's a Beautiful Life. This is your host, Frankie, speaking. Doing the show better late than never, I suppose. But it still is a beautiful life for me, and I hope it's still a beautiful life for my co-host for this episode, as the founder and the namesake of this program, Randy. How are you?
I'm alright. I mean, I don't want to be all uncool, but it's actually not a beautiful life. It's a dark, dreary, horrible life. It's kind of a nightmare, actually, and not only can I not get Brie Bella's singing out of my head, this whole thing with the channel, it's really just very aggravating, and, I am excited. Thank you for hosting Total Divas still, even though we're in limbo right now. And, yeah, I don't really remember this episode. It was a couple days ago. I've smoked a lot of weed since it happened. I mean, other than Brie and Tamina, I'm really going to need you to fill in the blanks for me here.
That makes me nervous because I really don't remember a lot either. I do have notes, but it's like you write notes as the show's happening, and then you look back and you're like, what the fuck was I talking about? So it's like a bunch of random shit that I just like jotted down, so we'll see how it goes.
Is Jim Johnson gay, or is he just a little feminine?
No, I didn't get like a gay vibe from him. I think he to me, he just seemed like he was just tired of like having to babysit a bunch of fucking people who can't sing.
Yeah.
It's like he views himself as like an actual musician, and then the WWE sends the Bella Twins for him to fucking work with.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be pissed too if I went to college for like musical engineering and then I have to record fucking Brie Bella.
He only did Nikki, and at least he got Nikki, is my thing.
Right. Yeah, true. He was actually funny though. I liked him.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was like, let me grab that champagne now. Yeah. So as usual, I feel this Total Divas was separated in kind of 3 stories. I figured since we already touched on it, let's just get into it. And that would be the namesake of this episode, Brie they wanted her to sing her theme song, It's a Beautiful Life. Now, what is your opinion on that theme song? Remind me.
Ratchet, horrible. I did have to put it, unfortunately, as a nominee last year for Theme Song of the Year because it was new, it was fresh, and other people seemed to like it, but I think it's horrible. It doesn't even sound like music.
I disagree. I actually listened to that song. I like it. I think it's fun.
Right.
So, I mean, I thought you liked that techno pop stuff, but whatever.
I do when it's good.
Alright, so basically, see, I don't even remember the fucking, like, how it's going, but, so, let me just read off some notes. They're at Payback, so, Brie goes into the studio, and she's really nervous, and she knows she's not a singer. Personally, to me, I thought her singing was so bad it was cute.
No, it was hideous, and I mean, if I'm Daniel Bryan, even if I'm fucking like JJ watching this at home, I'm so embarrassed to be like associated with this chick. Like, wow. I thought she would be okay, but she wasn't even okay. She was a tragedy in that studio.
Yeah, she was, but like, I don't know, the way she was like, it's like she knew she was bad, so it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, you're fucking terrible when someone knows they're terrible. I thought it was actually endearing that she was trying.
See, I couldn't tell. Was she trying too hard or not trying enough?
She did kind of have... Her and Nikki actually both were kind of doing, like, this Christina Aguilera, like, trying so hard to sing thing that was happening, but I don't know. I just thought it was cute. Like, I really liked Brie Bella in this episode, which normally I'm not really a fan, but she came off... I don't know, like a little girl almost. I don't know. I can't describe it.
Here's something that's coming back to me. Why did she look like a completely different person in the studio compared to about like when she was in the confessional talking about everything?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
She looked like a different race. Her hair was completely different. I don't know. Like,
Uh, yeah, I don't know.
all right.
I'm not sure I caught that. That's not here in my notes.
Well, bitch, next week you look.
Next time, I'll pay attention. And then another, I felt really, really bad when Brie played it for Nikki. They showed like a clip, and like Nikki was straight laughing in her face at dinner.
I mean, how could you not? And it wasn't just Nikki, like the other girls were too, whoever the hell they were.
Yeah, I know. It was just like a public fucking shaming on Brie Bella. I was like, oh my god, I've
It's her
never
own
felt
fault. Why would
worse
she
for her.
play it? Like you said, she knew she was bad. It's her own fault for even playing it and expecting anything but hysterics.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally people are just like a little nicer, I guess. It's like,
Who are you and shut up?
oh my god. I don't know. I'm becoming softer, I think. It's just being on this show has just made me a nicer person. But it's like, okay, when you go to like fucking karaoke, do you heckle the people who are doing karaoke? Like, yeah, they suck, but like they're doing it.
I guess, but I mean, when she played it for them, wasn't it already like auto-tuned and it was still so bad?
Yeah, because remember when they were at Payback, hanging out with R-Truth of all people, which I don't know how they all became friends.
Well, he's the coolest guy that Natalia knows.
Oh my god. Yeah, he was like all over this fucking episode. No Ava Marie, but we got R-Truth.
I'm actually okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm kind of okay with that, yeah.
Oh god, that's terrible. So basically, Nikki is saying Brie is so terrible, and Nikki knows she can do a better job. She says, quote, "There's Marilyn Monroe living inside of me." John Cena gets a look on his face, but I'm surprised no one actually called her out for that. Like, really?
So
Come
wait,
on, Nikki.
does she eat Marilyn Monroe? Is that why she's the bigger Bella? I don't understand.
Oh, that's terrible. I love me some Nikki.
She said it, not me.
Huh?
She kind of said it, not me.
Yeah, she did. I was waiting for a fat joke from you for that one. I love her new nickname, fucking, when she was talking to Natalia at the end. Do you remember what she named herself?
No.
Nikki Thick Bella.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Right.
Yeah, so now after that shameful performance by Brie, Nikki gets into the studio. She's bringing along Renee Young, which I was actually really excited about. Were you a fan of Renee Young's appearance on Total Divas?
I was, and what did she say about, like, oh, my shirt was all nice and ironed, and then I got pulled back into bed? Hello, Dean Ambrose.
Oh, God. Are you a fan of Dean Ambrose, like, physically?
No, but it makes me happy that they found each other because I think he's, like, a long-term guy, and I think that will be influential in her being a long-term employee because I do really like her, so.
Yeah, she's funny, and I liked her on this episode. So Nikki Bella starts singing, and she's just as bad as Brie, in my opinion. The guy tells Nikki that he needs more sex from her. All I can say is I hope she fucks better than she can sing. Because
Look,
it was pretty bad.
I think she was better than Brie, but not by a lot, and they were both terrible. Brie was just, like, I don't even know, infinity times astronomy terrible.
Yeah, I think Nikki has, like, the slight advantage. I'll give it to her, but they were both, like, I mean...
Neither of them were good listeners, like, at all.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, the guy, Jim, having to fucking, like, feed Nikki her lines, like, one by one. It was pretty bad.
And, like, it took her to point up in the air for her to, like, make her voice go up.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And after all the fucking shit talking that Nikki was doing, for her to sound like that was just kind of funny. To me, they sing like they talk, like they're just kind of like monotone, and there's no real like soul in their voice.
No, Brie was trying to be a white girl rapper, in my opinion, and Nikki was trying to be more like sultry, but she couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, no, like her voice remained the same, but when he asked her to do more sex, she just kind of started like shimmying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh Lord, I hope John Cena gets more than this, girl.
He's like, your body looks great. We just have to get your voice there.
Right. So then the Bellas, after they're mutually talking shit to each other about the vocals, so they go and film a segment for Entertainment Tonight. Now,
it was extra, bitch.
or whatever, extra. I just put film segment for TV. That was the extent of my notes.
It was actually extra sports. It wasn't even like the real extra with Mario Lopez or anything.
I don't even. Do you watch that?
The real extra? No.
Yeah.
But I know of it.
Oh, I didn't even know Mario Lopez was on that fucking show.
Oh yeah, he's beautiful.
Yeah, he's cute. So now let's just sidebar for a second. Why is it okay for the Bellas to do shit like that, but it's not okay for Ava Marie to do that?
Eva Marie's singing now?
No, for them to be doing like cross promotion with the WWE and kind of like being loaned out to stuff that isn't wrestling related.
Because it's totally different. If you're an established diva, you're helping WWE get over with your cross promotion in a way. If you're just a new girl, you don't have that. Like it just seems like you're not really into the wrestling while you're there. You seem like you're just into all these other side projects. There's a big difference.
I disagree, and I don't think you're gonna sit here and tell me you think the Bella twins were huge wrestling fans growing up.
No, but when Nikki Bella says she is really competitive and shit, I believe her. I do believe that, and I think they did like fall in. I don't know if they fell in love with it, but I think they really do enjoy it, and I think again, it's like the Renee Dean thing. I think they were probably influenced by the fact that their men were gonna be on the road and working for them, and I think that's probably a good thing if you're a Bella fan. But whatever. At the end of the day, who cares why they got there? They're still there, and I don't know. Eva's too new. I'm sorry, but are people buying those fucking hair extensions, by the way? Are they selling?
I don't know.
Like,
Stefan is our resident weavologist. We'll ask him.
I don't know. I feel like between celestial bodies and, like, all red everything, like, all of these ideas are just horrible.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're mostly flops, but whatever. Now, the Bella Twins were doing something in regards to hockey. I know hockey's big up in Canada, so did you get Ladywood watching them do that? Are you a hockey fan?
No, I'm not, but, I mean, it was cool to see them. I didn't think they'd be able to, like, stand up in skates, but they were actually pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I've never even been to an ice rink, so.
Nikki was really, really good. Bree's stupid for thinking that, like, 15-year-old girl is really, like, the president of the Mighty Ducks or whatever.
What?
The one who, like, told her to sing the national anthem.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
wasn't like 15.
Well, she wasn't even, like, I don't think she was 30.
Yeah, but I don't think she was like the owner. I think she was just like some PR person for the fucking arena.
Maybe.
So yeah, basically Brie Bella tells Nikki that Nikki's singing the national anthem. And all I could think about is when Roseanne sang the national anthem.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And she, like, got such a backlash. But Nikki was down for it, which I really liked. Like, Nikki wasn't like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. Like, she was like, I'll figure out a way. I like that she's a yes person, not a no person, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's pretty ballsy, and I don't know. I don't know if she actually would have gone through with it, but it seemed like she was planning to.
Yeah. Come to find out, it was all just a big joke planned by Brie to make Nikki look foolish, but then Nikki turns it back around and says, well, her actually going into the studio was a big joke, too. So.
Right.
I mean, do you have anything else to say about this? Like,
no.
This
Bellas, don't ever try to sing again, especially you, Brie. And Nikki, next time you go to sing, maybe do an original song. I'm sorry, but Kim Sozi performs You Can Look But You Can't Touch, and she's a great singer, and you just, I don't know. And I remember being so curious about when Nikki tweeted this like 4 months ago maybe, and she was with Renee in the recorder studio. Everyone's like, what's going on? Is Nikki going to release a single? So it's good to get some closure on that mystery.
Yeah, I remember that too. I was worried then when I saw it, and my fears were confirmed.
But stay away from
But
music, Bella Twins.
right, exactly. I think it
Although,
was kind of.
I was gonna say, I did like that one moment where Nikki was like, "I'm gonna get on Billboard, John, just like you." Does anyone actually remember John Cena's rap album? And did that actually chart on Billboard?
Yeah. Uh, Nikki Bella is funny unintentionally to me, and I love that she says "ew" after everything,
Eh?
because that's such like a West Coast thing to do.
What?
Just FYI.
It
Like,
was.
if you ever go to California or something, all the girls act like Nikki Bella, and they talk like her.
Ew.
So, ew.
Honestly, ew.
Oh, Nikki. So speaking of ew, let's talk about Paige for a second. So Paige was on this episode, filming her movie with The Miz called Santa's Little Helper. I'm sure you're going to be first in line for that.
What do you mean first in line? It's not coming to the theaters.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you did say in Canada they would have pay-per-views in the movie theaters, so who the fuck knows?
I'm pretty sure in America they do that too, or used to.
They never have done that.
Well, they
Like,
should.
no one would go. Was it like
We
the
don't.
movie
Okay,
theater full?
wait a minute. No, wait a minute. We don't have shootings in our new movie theaters. Number one. So it's fine. It's safe and it's legal, and you're with a bunch of people, and like everyone's really hyped. It's a lot of fun, actually.
It sounds actually very terrible.
Yeah.
But was there like a lot of people there?
Yeah, it was like
Or-
pretty much full.
Holy shit, that's fucking crazy. And it cost the price of like a regular movie?
Right.
Wow, I'm like fascinated by that. Okay. So Paige and her boyfriend Kevin, who is who is a member of some band, I can't remember, can you? A Day to Remember, I think.
3 doors down the left. I don't know.
There's some like screamo band. I don't know. My younger sister knew who they were because I asked her. I think they're called A Day to Remember. Anyway, Paige and Kevin fucking go out to eat. And this girl comes up and starts asking Paige's boyfriend for a picture. She asks Paige to take it. Paige does, and then the girl asks her boyfriend if he would like a shot with her, and then she tells Paige like, "Oh, that picture wasn't good. Can you take it again?" And Paige like kind of throws her phone, and she's like, "No, just do it selfie style." Have you ever been in a situation where you're like out with a significant other and someone has like come up and hit on them in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
How did you react?
It's weird. I mean, one time I was in an airport in Nashville, and this black chick did it to my boyfriend at the time, and she thought we were just like straight buddies, I guess. And she's like, "Oh, your friend is hot. How can I get in his pants?" Like, damn. Like, I was like, "Okay, Bonquita, like, calm yourself." Like, I don't know. Maybe I was cranky because I'm traveling and I hate traveling, but yeah. I mean, that was actually kind of funny looking back on it. I mean, when other guys do it and I'm with a guy, that's pretty offensive.
I don't get offended at all, actually.
I guess
and,
it's
get
well,
that free shot.
it's situational, I guess. Maybe it depends on like who it is and what's the haps. I don't know.
Yeah, to me, Paige kind of overreacted because I didn't feel this girl was being like that.
Was it your sister, by the way?
No, it was not. My sister's only 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
If you're
I know.
famous, I feel like it's different, and you should just kind of like. I'm sure she gets a lot more crazy fan, annoying fan, whatever experiences than he does when they're together.
Right, yeah. But Paige said like he was like playing into it, which I don't see how, because he didn't like take her up on her offer to go have a shot. She said that he was giving her false hope. I don't know where she got that from.
This is when I feel like the producers would have been like, "Paige, you didn't get mad enough. Storm out."
Right, yeah. She was acting a little extra for my taste. Because yeah, like you said, I'm sure people stop her all the time and are like, "Oh, come drink with us." Like if I saw Paige in a bar, I would probably ask to do a shot with her, even though I'm not like a huge fan of her. I'm still like, "Oh, that's cool. That's Paige."
Right, totally.
Yeah, I talk about her on the show. "Hey, here you are in person. Let me buy you a shot."
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I don't know. I'm sure that girl thought he was hot, but like, I don't think she was being like so disrespectful. She wasn't like grabbing his dick or anything. What is up with these wrestlers being so sensitive this week? My goodness.
Are you talking about Mick Foley calling out Amanda from Tough Enough?
What? No, I was referring to Darren Young, but spill the Mick Foley. What happened?
He called out Amanda and said that it was insensitive to be slut shaming and that like WWE should never hire her and like all this shit. Like it was crazy. He like really came for her.
Wow. I'm surprised. That's cool that Mick Foley even knows what slut shaming is.
Oh yeah, he like wrote out this huge definition of it and was like it's bullying at its worst, like la la la, and just was. He said like Amanda like. Okay, here's my problem with Amanda. Like, I love Amanda, but if she had just owned that she was a bitch instead of saying, it's a character, like, no, you're just a bitch, and that's why I like you, so just be that person. It's when she starts saying, oh, it's just a character, like, that's when I start losing my connection. But, you're right, Mick Foley, it was cool that he did that. He loves, like, women's wrestling, women's entertainment like that, I guess.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew he was a big supporter, and, like, I love Mick Foley, but I do, like, I mean, once again, I have not seen one single episode of Tough Enough, so I don't really know, but I do remember hearing something about Amanda saying that, which is kind of fucked up. I mean, I like bitches, but I don't like women slut shaming other women.
Well, it's kind of, it's all, we live in such a small world, and it all comes full circle here, because the point is that Amanda called Sarah a ring rat, which is kind of what this girl on Total Divas was being to Paige's boyfriend. I mean, it wasn't over the top. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst thing that could have happened. And Paige started to be a bitch for like really no reason right away. She didn't want to take that second picture, and it went all downhill from there.
Right. Yeah, and it's like, that girl might not have known that they were, like, together. She probably didn't. Just like that fucking girl that accosted you in the airport probably didn't think that you guys were together. It's
Yeah.
like, just because two people are out with each other, you can't naturally assume they're, like, boyfriend and girlfriend. They were, like, sitting across from each other. They weren't, like, you know, holding hands or shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, and Paige does look kind of like a lesbian, so.
Right, exactly. So, Paige, after this, decides to meet up with your best friend, Rosa Mendez.
Oh, good.
Yes, Rosa making an appearance. By the way, yesterday I was bored once I got stood up by all you guys.
Oh.
I watched Rosa's videos from FCW. Not great. Like, I thought, in my head, because I knew she was like a former champion, I thought she was like better in FCW. She was not.
In my head, you were just mad that I quote unquote stood you up, and so you went into these videos with a negative attitude, and that's what you're doing right now. But the thing is, it's good we didn't do it last night because it would have been posted, and then an hour later, the whole channel would have been gone. So.
Right, that's true, bitches. But yeah, so Paige and Rosa meet, and Paige kind of is saying like she doesn't trust her boyfriend. Rosa regales us with a story about in her younger years, she put recorders in her boyfriend's car and caught him breaking up with another girl for Rosa. Yeah. Is this okay or no?
I mean, I can't say it's not okay. Like, I can't say that I haven't done stuff like that. So, I mean, especially when you're, like, younger.
No.
Well,
Stuff like that. What? You put recording devices in people's cars?
No, not. I guess not like that. But I mean, like checking up in someone's phone or like internet history or like I don't know, not stalking, but like like knowing where people are. You know, like.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone kind of like looks through someone's phone. Yeah, internet history, like what are you expecting to find? Like porn or like them cheating? Oh my God, hold on, pause. Did you know Kristen Takeman's husband was one of the names leaked from Ashley Madison?
I did know Josh. I mean, first of all, never trust anyone named Josh over the age of 30. Second of all,
True.
um, yeah, I mean, this is horrible. And they've got that the kid with like special needs maybe, and like um, yeah, this is sad. But this could unfortunately really work out well for her. I mean, because I don't know if she was gonna come back, and maybe now she will. Because this is interesting.
Yeah, it's actually good for storyline purposes for her because she was boring as fuck this season. So maybe. But anyway, back to our total Divas storyline here. So Rosa says that, which to me, that's crazy. Like, if I found like someone recording my conversations in a car, I would just break up with that person for being fucking psycho. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I do see that side to it. I'm not blind to that too. But if you have reason to doubt someone, I mean, if you just do it for no reason. But the thing with the internet searches, I mean, and they always say this in like the crime documentaries, like when you like find seeing someone's like Google search, such gives you like the best insight in someone's mind or whatever. And I want to know who I'm like banging regularly. Like I need to know their psyche. So that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but I'm just not. I'm just not like a possessive person, really. So the only thing I've ever done is like just like go through the phone, like if I'm like bored, and I have found stuff, and like unless it's like overt, I've never even said anything. Like there have been people I've dated and I've like found like flirty texts on their phone, and like I never even like said anything to them. I'm like whatever, they're flirting. Because if they went through my phone, they would probably find a lot worse things.
Yeah, the thing is too, like I've never really encouraged a friend to do that. It's only like my situation. So for Rosa to do that with Paige, like she, I don't know, didn't push the idea on her, but she definitely brought it up and like thought of it.
Yeah, right. So the idea in question was they go out to a bar. Paige has Rosa take out Kevin. Paige says it's because she feels bad. This is how she explains it to Kevin. She feels bad that she can't hang out with him. It's all a big plan by Rosa and Paige. So we see Paige go up to some girl who is with her boyfriend. Paige says, if I got you a shot and $50, will you go over there and hit on my boyfriend? Now, if you were that girl, Randy, what would you do?
I mean, she's gonna be on TV for this. Like, why not? Just go for
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Even if I wasn't on TV, I would probably kind of be weirded out, and I would definitely ask for the shot up front.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, so she goes over and hits on Paige's boyfriend. Now, the thing that pissed me off is we actually didn't see anything.
Right. It was so, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that because they didn't want to make it obvious to Buddy?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I did like. I was like waiting to see exactly what she said because the girl comes back to Paige and she says like, "Oh, he was super standoffish." It's like, okay, well, what was your approach? Like, let me critique you.
Right. Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, like, fuck. For all Paige knows, that bitch could have just done a lap around the bar and got a fucking shot and $50. She might not even talk to him.
Did you even make eye contact, you dumb hoe?
Right. Like, how?
But I think that was the point because he's obviously not gonna wander when he's on camera. So if he'd known the camera was right there watching, then he would have known something was up.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't actually think about that, but yeah, that makes sense. But still, just me as a viewer, I was like,
It's frustrating.
yeah. So Paige comes over and she says, "Oh, you passed the test." Of course, he's like, "What test?" He storms off. Um, he's kind of pissed. Rosa comes out and she actually claims responsibility, which I thought was cool of her. Like, so I really liked Rosa this episode as well. Then we go back to their hotel room. Paige comes in and apologizes, and he fucking forgives her like it's nothing. Now, if this were to happen to me, I probably wouldn't forgive as easily. I was expecting this to kind of be like a cliffhanger, like, ooh, what is he gonna do? You know?
I don't know. I think And I don't know this guy at all, so I could be way off. But for him, it's like, okay, I'm with this girl. I'm on this TV show. It's exposure for me. It's exposure for my band. Like, I don't know. I think he's. I don't want to say he's fucking using her or like climbing, like celebrity climbing or something. But who knows? I don't know. But that's why I feel like he like forgave her so easy.
Yeah, that could be true. I don't know. He was really hot though. But he was a downgrade from her last boo, I thought.
Okay, I don't know. They're kind of the same to me, to be honest.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same type. But I mean, if she's happy, it's actually an upgrade, right, folks? Yeah, I know. Um, so that's how that ended. Anything else you want to add to this little powwow?
I would have loved to meet like and see Rose's family. Like Paige said, they were in Vancouver. Like I wish Rosa was still a main girl, and maybe that would have been a storyline too.
Do you know if she has like family drama?
No, but like her mom is like seems cool like from Twitter and stuff. What I've seen, and like her sister is like smoking hot. She's a younger sister.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Wow. I didn't know she had a younger sister. That's
Yeah.
cool. Does your sister have any interest in the wrestling that you know of?
I don't think so, but I mean, would anyone's younger sister after what they did to Christina Crawford?
True. Um, yeah.
And fucking
Huh?
Dolph Ziggler's little brother. Oh,
What'd they do to Dolph Ziggler's little
they
brother?
fucking fired him.
Oh, I didn't even know they hired him. I'm
Oh,
not really a Dolph Ziggler fan, so I don't really know anything about him.
I think you would like his younger brother. He was really cute.
Oh. Hmm. All right. Well, I don't, the funniest thing about this entire episode and what will lead us into this next storyline, Natalia and Nikki talking about how they feel old. Rosa's 35, so
Yeah,
she's
I
actually older
mean,
than both of them.
when Natty was bitching about that in front of Tamina, I was like, ooh, awkward.
How old is Tamina?
I feel like she's 36, 37.
Holy shit. I
Her,
didn't even know that.
her kids are like 12 and 10.
So, she could have had him when she was like 16, 18.
I don't know, maybe. Is that like, would that be breaking some sort of Samoan tradition though?
Fuck, I don't know. My mom had my oldest sister when she was 19, so who knows? But yes, Tamina actually fucking slayed me this episode. I've never liked Tamina as much as in this episode. So, what starts this off, fucking that troll Mark Carano is talking to Natalia, saying he wants to, quote, transition her from a wrestler to an ambassador. This is just a nice way of saying they don't want her fucking old ass in the ring anymore. You know?
Well, I don't know, because Corona like doesn't really fess up to saying that.
Yeah, but it's like, what? Like, really, like, transition from an in-ring performer to an ambassador? It's basically like asking someone to retire.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not really. I mean, I'm trying to think of a good example. Daniel Bryan, maybe right now.
Yeah, but that's because he fucking, like, broke his neck or something.
Oh, Natty. I think she's gonna come back soon.
Yeah,
I'm hoping they did this on Total Divas because she's gonna come back soon.
I mean, yeah. Like, everyone kept on saying, like, Natalia looked better than, like, she ever has, which I agree, but I do think Natalia looks older than her age.
Emma called her 37.
Right. Because Natalia is going around asking people, oh, how old do you think I am? Which is never a good fucking idea.
Especially to
That's
ask
just a
these
way to get offended. You're
these
just asking to be offended at that point.
and these like dopey like men who like don't know really like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Eric Rowan guessed it right on the nose.
That's true. Good for
Um,
him.
right? Yeah. And then Emma was like, oh, aren't you 37? Which I thought was hilarious. So I'm also an Emma fan after this episode. I would definitely say, if I just saw Natalia, I would say she was like in her mid-30s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when she comes over and says, oh, I would say like 26, 27, I was like, ooh, no.
That's a little delusion.
Yeah, like, I'll be 25 in 3 weeks. Mark it in your fucking calendars, people. Like,
Amazon
I'm
wish
like,
list.
um, she, I don't know. And I was like, maybe it's like her personality that I find like ages her, but it's like she's not really that mature either.
No, but she
So,
has a deep voice, and it's not like, I don't know, she's not. I find like if you don't have like unfortunately, if you don't have like the body type like a Kelly Kelly, that doesn't really help in the aging process in some ways, maybe too. I don't know.
I don't know. But, so basically, Natalia wants to reclaim her youth, prove that she's still fucking hip. So, the highlight of this whole episode is her going out, looking like a Kmart Miley Cyrus, to a bar with Naomi and Tamina. Now, Naomi says she's speaking Ebonics, because she was saying like bae and holla. One time my mom said that she was having a kiki with someone, and I almost punched her in the face.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you know that Scissor Sisters song?
Yeah, it was quite enjoyable.
Yes. So my mom asked me what that was, and I like was like, oh, you know, it's just like hanging out. So yeah, she was like, oh yeah, I was having a kiki with so and so. I was like, oh my god, that's bad. Natalia actually, my mom has been with me to the gay bars, and my mom actually got us thrown out of one time.
Wow.
Yeah, because she was touching one of the Go-Go Boys.
Huh?
Like, you know how you're able to, like, you know, put dollars in them, or their G-strings or whatever? My mom was, like, groping this guy.
Wow.
So, yes. So, Natalia was basically my mom in this episode.
Huh? That's why you find her old. Also, Alicia Fox was there, too.
Was she?
She was. She did, like, the cheer with Natalia at the next table over and stuff.
Oh, see, this is when I was, like, zoning out, I think, then. Because I thought that was just a group of, like, random people. Was she one of the people doing the chants?
Yeah, so she came over with Natty to do it with the group of random people.
Oh, okay. Wow, I don't remember that. Naomi and Natalia fucking go outside. Naomi asks her what's wrong, and Natalia kind of has, like, a breakdown, saying she's always felt like the ugly duckling, and she's not good enough.
Again, in front of Tamina, really?
Right, that's true. But then, the breakout star of this episode, weird Asian pseudo short man, comes out.
Wait, it wasn't Gail Kim?
Aww, poor Gail.
Poor Gail, she was fucking like talking shit on Twitter about how like she started the revolution in TNA like all these years ago, la la la.
See, you can't hold me accountable to know what's going on Twitter.
Sorry, but like when you say something like cool Gail, I'm like, no, she's not cool, and here's why.
Oh, I mean, I like her, so whatever.
I don't know, I like her too, but I just wish people could be more humble sometimes. Like, I know coming from me that's weird, but come on.
Yeah, coming from you and telling me we're talking about ego, okay. So wrong two people. So while they're all fucking trying to cheer up Natalia, this guy comes out. He's like, why don't you get out of our bar? Tamina is like, we're having a moment. He's like,
your moment sucks.
Your moment. Yeah, your moment sucks. Which, I want t-shirts. I definitely want t-shirts.
And then he was like, get out of our bar.
Yeah. Fucking, and then he does a spin kick to Tamina. Oh my god, this was the climax of Total Divas Season 4 for me.
Like, if this show comes back, this spot alone could secure Tamina a spot on Total Divas next year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not a Tamina fan, but, like, I really did like her this episode.
Me too.
Like,
I liked her a lot.
Yeah, getting into fights with strangers.
Her facial expressions, even in the bar when Natty was talking, like, there are so many memes, like, that are going around now, and it's perfect.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Tamina would probably actually make, like, for good TV.
She fucking, Okay, here's the thing with Tamina. She's already related to Naomi. Fucking Rock loves Tamina, so he'll probably make a fucking Total Divas appearance for her. Like, I don't know. I think it's smart if they get her on.
Yeah, they could do like some like family feuding type stuff with
Yeah,
Naomi and Tamina.
totally. And working
Yeah, it could
together.
be really good.
So
I hope that Asian guy comes back for a one-off.
when he said this is
He
like,
just starts popping up with Tamina.
did he mean it was like his hangout or like he owned the bar when he said that? Like you're ruining our bar.
I think. I definitely think it was probably like a hangout spot for him. But it's like, where was everyone with him? He was literally by himself. When he said our bar, it implied like he was with a bunch of people. Like, nope, you're solo. Yeah, it was fucking amazing, incredible. I loved it. I definitely rewatched that specific scene like 3 times.
Yeah,
Reality TV gold.
it was good. It was really good.
So after that, I really kind of just lost interest in what Natalia was talking about, or like anything else to do with the episode. So
That's when your girl Nikki was like, "Thick Bella."
huh?
That's when your girl Nikki was like, "I'm the thick Bella. I'm proud."
Oh yeah, yeah. So like the last little scene, Natalia's talking with Nikki, and Natalia's like fucking something like she feels the best she's ever done, or like she feels the best she's ever been. So whatever. And then Nikki, of course, turns it on her. Nikki Bella to me is like Tyra Banks. Like in Tyra Banks' talk show, she would always turn the issue back around to talk about herself. Do you remember that?
That's shady, but yeah.
Yeah, like, I remember one time on Tyra, they were talking about abusive boyfriends, and then Tyra's like, oh yeah, I was in an abusive relationship myself. But he would call me names and stuff. Meanwhile, these bitches have, like, 2 broken eye sockets, like, no teeth, like, beating the shit out of, and Tyra's like, oh yeah, I can totally relate to that, because I got called a bitch by a boyfriend once.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shades of Nikki Bella fucking doing that. So Natty basically just says she feels great and that's all that matters. I definitely agree. But that being said, when do you think Natalia should retire? Do you think it should be soon?
No, I mean,
She has a few more years.
she has a few more years, and then she has, I think, I don't know, as many years as she wants as an NXT trainer, and I think that would be an amazing role for her. And even maybe still an ambassador or an on-air personality of some kind. I don't understand why, like the ring announcers, or not the ring announcers, the backstage interviewers and stuff. I don't understand why those people are always the up-and-coming girls. I feel like those should be like the older women, like Terry was, like when they were like going out. Although I guess for Natty, that's like a hard pill to swallow. But again, I think she has at least a couple more years left on main roster before she should be shooed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would honestly be okay if she like retired right now. Maybe not like retired like forever, never to see her again, but yeah, I think maybe as like an ambassador or something. Clearly she still wants to compete, so yeah, it would probably be kind of shitty for her to have to like walk around and interview girls who are just like getting started.
And
She's
again,
like a bitter old has-been.
but we can't forget too that like her like life partner Tyson. Hopefully he'll be able to recover and he'll be a star. Like, so I don't know. They don't usually fire a husband and wife. The only time they did was like Charlie Haas and Jackie Gata. They don't usually fire both of them. They usually fire both of them. They would never just fire one. But Jackie got fired and he didn't. But anyway.
Right. So, now a wrestling question. Do you think when Tyson gets the okay to wrestle, they're going to put, like, Tyson and Cesaro and Natalya back together?
Yeah, and
like nothing ever happened?
I think it'll be, I mean, it depends what Cesaro's doing, but I think, well, I mean, they could do the thing like, oh, Tyson says, like, oh, Cesaro, you never visited me in the hospital, I hate you, da da da. Or they could reunite them for, like, a couple months, and then, something happens and they fall apart. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's weird watching now how, like, Cesaro is, like, Natalya's nowhere near him. Like, they could at least do, like, an on-air, like, something. Like, oh, hey, sucks about Tyson, am I right?
Well, I mean,
like,
she
I
has...
don't know, and I think, like...
I was just gonna say she hasn't been seen in any capacity in how
She
long?
what?
She hasn't been seen in how long?
Yeah, that's true. So maybe their plan to transition her out is working.
No, I'm really
So
hoping, once again, I'm hoping that this is a timing issue and maybe they'll bring her back soon now that this episode has aired and she's been whining about it.
yeah, one can only hope. I mean, like I said, I'd be okay if she just wasn't in the ring anymore. Like I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
Boo!
So anything else in this episode you'd like to touch upon?
Um, no, I was trying to think of something funny. Was there any like hot men in this episode? Touch up on them? No. What was the like preview for next week, or was it a season? The rest of the season trailer?
No, next episode we have Paige training Cameron, so Cameron will
Right.
be in there. And
Ew.
Paige is getting all like pissed off, and then this is the time when the guy is telling Paige this is her second strike. I thought that was in reference to the stripper video, but apparently she did something to Cameron, or because they're showing Paige and Cameron like wrestle in the ring, and Paige is like, "Stop fucking hurting me," and then the next scene is the guy yelling at Paige. So maybe she was a little too rough.
By the way, this is the first time that I noticed the guy is actually Road Dogg from like DX, and yeah, I don't know if maybe she's just like a bad trainer and he's yelling at her for that or what.
But wow, I didn't know it was fucking Road Dogg. What kind of power does he have?
He's an agent.
Oh God. Ugh. What else? Oh, but there was something else. I don't fucking know. But like the big fucking juicy thing that I'm looking forward to, and it is big and juicy, is Biggie Langston trying to fuck Natalia's sister.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they were in the jacuzzi together. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
What did she say? Natty, you didn't tell me he was so big.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Biggie Langston is like sexy, but he's like big. He's like, I don't know.
And once again,
Yeah.
Tyson looks sour as hell.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Next week looks fucking, it'll be the same shit, but I'll be interested to see how Cameron and Paige work together.
That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah. I believe we touched upon this earlier, much like I want to touch upon Big E. We have a shout-out question that should inspire a lot, give some good responses. I don't know. I haven't checked Twitter. I hope people responded. I don't even know what it is. Why don't you tell me?
So, I mean, we're just playing conspiracy theory, hashtag unsolved mysteries. We wanted to know, so if the SRR channel was indeed reported, who is the number one suspect? So, Sam the Diva fan, how many times has Sam changed his Twitter? Or is this a different Sam? I don't know. Is the avatar Cameron? That should be a good hint. Anyway, Sam says TPP, toilet paper, pussy or something. I don't know what that stands for. Joshua552211 says maybe a former SRR member who got fired or quit. And those are the only two that we got. But to be fair, we just posted it like when we started the show, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's I hate to think it's someone from the past because that's really petty. I was fighting with this super Christian bitch on YouTube the other day regarding one of her videos. Remember the Ellen Page confronting some politician that you guys have?
No.
Oh, well, it happened the other day, and she was going on about like gay people should like gay people only think rights are important when it comes to them, and like not Ellen Page, I'm talking with the girl on YouTube, and that they don't care about Christian rights and la la la. Anyway, so I went off on her, and maybe that's who it was, but I don't really know how it works. Like, if only one person can report a channel, or does it have to be multiple people? Does YouTube actually sit there and go through your videos and like check, or like how does that work? So anyway, basically YouTube told me if I want to contact them and dispute it, write them an email. So I did, and then it's going to be like 3 or 4 days before I hear back. So that is the status. Do you have any suspects, Frankie?
No, I don't. Except maybe you should just get your own personal YouTube channel so you can get into it with right-wing Christian retards on their on your own shit. You know?
Maybe.
Because I really don't want to think it was actually someone who did it. I'm really, really hoping it was just like, I don't know, some weird fucking glitch that happened. Because especially if it was someone who used to be on this show, then like they would know more than anyone like how much time and energy goes into these, and for them to just all be deleted is really fucking shitty.
So frustrating, so aggravating. Please come back. Who shot SRR? Like, this is not.
Yeah,
not
but good. We shall rebuild. It'll be okay, I'm sure.
Yeah, starting with this show.
Yes, starting with this show, so this might be the first of the rebooted SRR. That's okay, that's okay. We are shaken, but we are not down, so, yeah. Anything else we need to discuss, talk about?
Not really. I don't think the alleged lunge on the Real Housewives of New York reunion is going to happen. Like, they haven't showed one fucking even snippet of it, so I don't know why that story was released or where it came from, but Countess Luann,
I don't know either, because it's like no one. This previous episode was really boring because everyone, like, I'm glad everyone's being adults and like taking responsibility for their actions, but I don't watch reality TV for people to act like responsible adults, you know?
I just don't care about the Ramona marriage stuff anymore. That's where I got bored. Otherwise, it was good. But I just can't see Bethany calling her like the cool countess and her really like liking that compliment, I guess, and then her lunging at someone. No.
Right.
Anyway, Real Housewives of New York, part 3 coming up. Total Divas, next episode next week. I just lost Frankie. Thanks for listening, guys. Though, find me on Twitter at LaDogRosa Frankie doesn't have Twitter, so he can't even give you that. Find him on Instagram, though. Frankie Martini. Or maybe Frankie_Martini. Total Divas, that's it. Thank you for sticking with us, Diva Freaks. I do apologize for the inconvenience of the channel disappearing. I had so many tweets when I woke up today, like, where's the channel? Where's the channel? And, like, I didn't even know it was gone. So, thank you again for being so loyal. It's really great, and it's inspiring, really. So, we will keep this show going. The Divas Revolution, don't forget, Miss Jen has returned, and she'll be back on very soon. And that's it for now. Adios.
With it. Stop playing, now you know that I'm with it. What you acting shy for?